Hello everybody, this is Gregory with Permanent Weight Loss Made Easy, where there should be no hesitance in your weight loss and in your weight maintenance. Today I'm going to talk about how I dealt with an injury where I could not run and how I adapted and how maybe you should adapt whenever you have an injury during your weight maintenance. Now before I begin, if you need help with weight loss, contact me through the Clarity FM link found here in the episode notes. As many of you know, guys, I've lost over 100 pounds and kept it around for 30 plus years. Also post a comment if you like and subscribe. So this previous week, yes, I just voted. I suffered from plantar fasciitis. Never had this problem. I mentioned in a past episode how I've run or ellipticized or rode, whatever cardio, the circumference of the globe 2 to 2.5 times. And I've been blessed I started doing cardio in 1990. Never major injury. I was playing basketball once in high school just for fun. I twisted my ankle, it was swollen. I had to wear a cast for 4 weeks. And that was it. That's really been it for 35 years almost. So for some reason, I developed plantar fasciitis, turf toe, where anytime I would step onto my heel, it was just horrible pain. I couldn't walk on any concrete. I couldn't walk on anything that wasn't really soft, and even in my own shoes I couldn't walk, so I had to do the old man thing, get insoles. I didn't even know what insoles were. It just tells you like how little I get injuries. I didn't know what insoles were. I talked to a guy who's older. He's like, man, welcome to your 50s, because I just turned 50 this last January. He's like, you need insoles. So I put on the insoles, and so I put the insoles in all my shoes, and so it was manageable to walk, but without them I couldn't even walk without pain. So I was like, okay, what do I do? Do I just not do any cardio, not work out? I'm like, no. So this happened over last weekend. And so for the last 5 days, I did cardio and I lifted every other day. I've talked about in past episodes my training regime. So what did I do? Well, look, in 1991, when I twisted my ankle right after I'd lost my weight, I had to adjust then because I was even more fearful and petrified that I was going to regain the weight. And so what did I do? In that case, I had a cast. So I couldn't do anything that was standing up. So obviously I couldn't run, I couldn't do elliptical, I couldn't even bike. So I rode. I did the little glider rowers, but I only fastened one foot. And the other one, of course, the one with the cast wasn't fastened. And that's how I was able to do cardio. It wasn't ideal technique for rowing, but it was better than nothing, and I was able to sweat. So what did I do this time? Well, I put my insoles and I ellipticized. I used the elliptical. And I'll do the ellipticals, 30 minutes on the elliptical, pretty hard. I do 20 watt, which is the strongest water resistant. I'll do that for about 30 minutes before I go and lift. And I was able to do that. So I'm like, I'm going to do that. And I also rode or glided. And I could have biked, but I'm not a big biker. I don't like doing the stationary bikes. So I did that for 5 days straight. Now it was hard because I like to run and I just get a better workout. I get my pulse higher and I get more endorphin kicks when I am running. And it was tough. I had to offer it up like we Catholics, so I offered it up to get closer to the suffering of Christ on the cross. And so that was difficult. But after 5 days, I was able to run. I just ran today and we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes the next day if it comes back. But my point is we have to adapt. We have to adapt. We are going to get injuries. Some are going to be worse, or you can be in a car accident or something and be out for several weeks. And what are we going to do? We have to adapt. And the easiest way to adapt is if you really have changed your paradigm, which was episode 1 here. Like whatever you've been doing in the past hasn't worked because the large majority of people who lost weight regain it. And those who are overweight tend to gain more weight. So it hasn't worked. So you have to change your paradigm. And one of the paradigmatic changes that you need to make is, working out every day is important. Not just in terms of burning calories, but more importantly, it's a great way to fight off depression. It's a great way to meet other people or just at least be around other people. And of course, the runner's high or the endorphin high. And it's just good for your overall body and you're good for your heart health. So you need to do it. And some people who haven't changed their paradigm, like, oh, I got an injury, I could be on the couch for a week. And then we know, what's the old saying? Idle time is the workshop of the devil. So once you're at home, then you're like, I guess I'll have a cheat day. 2 cheat days, 3 cheat days, and then and that's how it works, right? So number 1 is alter your workout to something where you can do it. Now, I could have been like, day 1 after the turf toe, I'm going to go and run. I don't care. You're a pain. You'll get. No, that would have been stupid. So you have to alter And the other thing is modify your diet. Like if you know you're not burning calories, eat better those days until you can convalesce. Guys, post in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. What are your tips? What have you done in the past when you've been addled? Until next time, take care, God bless, and pray.